To stay up to date with me on everything, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. It's at JoshWRB, and hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you're new, because that's the best way to stay up to date with all my videos right when they come out. Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh WRB here, bringing you a brand new review. Today, I'm talking to you guys about Thor Ragnarok, brought to you by... Before I get into this, thank you very much to CalgaryMovies.com for setting me up with screener passes to this amazing movie. So, this movie is directed by Taika Waititi, I believe is how you say his name. He brought you Hunt for the Wilder People. I still haven't seen that movie, and it's one that has been on my list for a long time to check out, but just haven't gotten around to it, and I really should, because this movie was ridiculously funny, and that's what I heard about Hunt for the Wilder People. It was on my list like 2 years ago or whenever to check it out, and I'm pissed off at myself that I didn't do that. I did see Eagle versus Shark, and if you've seen that and the whole like Flight of the Conchords thing, I loved Flight of the Conchords, and this had a lot of that same kind of improvised, very funny, cheeky laughs in this movie throughout. Like, it didn't stop. As soon as you're introduced to the campy, weird style, it's super self-aware that it is doing it. It even asks the characters, why are you acting so weird? And it just is, well, it's because we're in a weird movie, and it's so perfectly done. This is like the punk rock. I don't know. It just seemed like it's still like following all the like same rules that Marvel have kind of put out for their movies. It still follows the same kind of structure that other Marvel movies kind of do. But this movie was seriously like exactly what Marvel needed, because I stopped watching all Marvel TV shows. I've literally stopped watching all superhero TV shows because there's just too much superhero going on in the world right now. Everyone's saying like this happened to Westerns back in the day. Everyone got Western fatigue. Everyone's going to get superhero fatigue. And I feel like I'm literally getting superhero fatigue. And that's why I just stopped watching all TV shows so I can appreciate the movies, hopefully, a little more. I guess Justice League comes out in a few weeks, and I really don't care to see that one. I'm not a huge DC fan anyways, but those trailers and everything that I've heard on the internet about that, it just doesn't make me want to see it, because it's just a whole bunch more of the same. And this movie totally doesn't do that at all. It's fresh. It makes me, like, Thor was one of those characters that was like, yeah, he's kind of cool. He's Thor. But now, after seeing this, it's like, I love Thor, and I've always loved Hulk, but seeing Hulk in, like, I've never read any of the books or anything, but I heard that, like, Planet Hulk is, like, some of the best storylines for Hulk, and to see, like, a ton of Hulk stuff happening in this movie, I love it. And, you know, they said that they're not going to do a standalone Hulk movie, but I think that you get exactly what you want out of Hulk in this. You will have such a good time at this movie. I find myself in a lot of movies looking for the edits, looking for the bad acting, looking for, just looking for stuff, and it just like takes me out of the movie, because that's just literally how I watch movies. This movie was a little different because it was so entertaining and so funny. It made me forget I was even watching a movie, and for me to watch a movie back like I used to back in the day, before I started reviewing movies all the time and making movies, it's hard for me to not dissect a movie like how it's made and stuff. But it's crazy. All the special effects are done so perfectly now. There's like one fight scene in this, it reminded me of The Matrix Reloaded. And if The Matrix Reloaded had the special effects that they have nowadays, because like the character's going around killing like tons of people all by themselves, and they do like the above shot, kind of like Agent Smith was, all the Agent Smiths, that's the scene I'm talking about from Matrix. And it looked terrible in The Matrix, like claymation, but in this, it was just like flawlessly transitioned between not even obvious, but CGI to live action, and it was just done so well. All cylinders were firing on this movie. It is seriously, this is my favorite Marvel movie. I can't wait to own this movie. Can't wait to watch it again and again. It's so fun. I have to just quickly talk about Jeff Goldblum in this movie. He is so perfectly exactly what you want Jeff Goldblum to be in a movie like this. He is so perfectly cast, but this movie is so campy, and it needed him to like be that perfect cherry on top for this perfect movie. It's just so fun. if you're a fan of any Marvel movie, you are going to love this movie. If you're a fan of comedies, you're going to love this movie. It had everything you want and more. It was perfect. It was so fun. And it's a Marvel movie. I'm getting sick of Marvel movies because they're everywhere. They're all the time. They're constant. They're in your face. It's freaking Disney and Marvel. I'm so happy that Marvel Studios understands how to make a really good movie, and they're not doing the same stupid stuff that DC is doing. Thank you, Marvel, for being awesome. This movie was great. It's getting 6 out of 6. I can't, like I said, this is making my top 10 of the year for sure. This is so fun. See this freaking movie. I know you're going to, and this is going to break some records and stuff probably, because this year's been pretty crappy for movies. Other than like good horror movies, there hasn't really been too many big budget movies that haven't flopped, like Blade Runner. I don't know. Like, I was supposed to review Blade Runner. I still don't know how I feel about that movie, so I'm not going to review it. But that's all I got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to click this video you see on the screen. You might actually like it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Have a nice day, guys.